Greetings, Wildcat families. This is Mr. Robinson and Ms. Dark, bringing you some important information as we enter the 2020-2021 school year under Plan C. The document that we are sharing with you here, it was built and scheduled using the feedback from a variety of stakeholders, and we took our students' safety, the overall education, and their overall well-being into account as we were coming up with this schedule. So with that, we will dive right in and show you an example of what a fifth grade schedule would look like. So as you can see, each day they will have direct instruction from their teachers. And so this schedule is Mr. Hall's homeroom. So this would be an example of what it would be like if your child has Mr. Hall. He would have 9 to 9:30 would be math direct instruction via Zoom. And then you'll see there's a half an hour break between 9:30 and 10. And this will allow the teacher to reach out to any students that may not have been present in the Zoom, do any planning, any small items to get ready for that 10 to 11 o'clock time. From 10 to 11, there will be small group supports. And so teachers may invite your student to this if they feel that they need extra support, if your student has an IEP, or if your student chooses to come and ask questions. That's what this time is designated for. And then you can see from 11 to 11:30, it will be the same thing with ELA. So ELA direct instruction, a half an hour break, and then from noon to 1 will be that small group support. Every single day from 1 to 2, except for Friday. Fridays are appointment only. But every single day from 1 to 2, the counselors will be available for your student to check in with, possibly talk to just some of their friends, set up another meeting. But counselors will be available every single day for our students. So that's a Monday. On Tuesday, when they log in at 9 o'clock, they will actually be logging in to a special areas class. And this says joint lesson because our special areas team will be teaching a joint lesson to all our fifth graders at this time. And then from 10 to 10:30 would be science direct instruction. 11 to 11:30 would be social studies. And then you can see the teachers can have office hours, provide more feedback so they could do more small groups during this time, or just have planning. I should also share that every morning from before the 9 o'clock hour, myself or Ms. Dark will send an email to your student with the morning announcements. So we'll be recognizing students that are doing an excellent job. We'll talk about any details that may need to be covered to make the day a success or anything new that's coming up. But we'll start the morning every day with an email to your student with the morning announcements. So that is fifth grade. And as we scroll down, you'll see on this document, which you have access to, each homeroom schedule is provided. And then we get to sixth grade. And sixth grade through eighth grade, the schedules are all very similar. So we will use this sixth grade Miss Ken's homeroom as the example. So if you take a look, every single day, the students will have each of their core subjects and one special area class. So let's start on Monday. And so from 9 to 9:30 would be math direct instruction. And our teachers will be recording at least one lesson a day. And so on the schedule, we recommended that they do their first class, but at some point during the day, they will be recording a lesson to be viewed at a later time in case your student is unavailable to get to one specific lesson. So from 9 to 9:30 is math, 10 to 10:30 is their first special, 11 to 11:30 is ELA, 12 to 12:30 would be social studies, 1 to 1:30 would be science, and just as we said with fifth grade, sixth through eighth grade has from 2 to 3 to check in with a counselor, again, socialize with any of their friends that may be in that group, and or ask for further support if needed from our counseling group. Now, each day you'll see it's a little different. On Mondays and Wednesdays, our teachers will be doing direct instruction, meaning they will be providing your student with new material, short lessons on certain standards that would be new to your student. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays will be feedback and support. And so if your student gets an assignment on Monday after the lesson where they learned something new, Then on Tuesdays, they would be able to ask their teacher questions, get any further support, and make sure that they know what that standard is actually covering. And then same on Thursday. On Fridays, there will be a progress check or an assessment to see what your student learned throughout the week. And then that will drive instruction for the following week to see when it's time to move on to the next set of standards. So you can see as I come down through here, we have every single homeroom mapped out. What I just shared with you is an example, and you'll need to look at your student's specific homeroom to see what they are required to do each day. And now I'm going to pass it on to Ms. Dark, and she is going to speak with you about the expectations for parents, our students, and our teachers during this time.
Hello, everyone. So just to emphasize how important that it is to work as a team when it comes to your child's at-home learning experience. That includes trying to make sure that they have an adequate workspace, that they have time to work, and that parents provide some type of support for them during that time. And so we do have two kind of separate set of expectations for remote learning, one for those who have internet access and those who do not. So if you do have internet access, we're asking that our students, or making sure we encourage our students to not only participate in the lessons, but to also be present, because attendance and grades will be taking place during this time. As Mr. Robinson has already talked about, on Fridays, there will be some sort of assessment that will typically take place to ensure that our students are grasping and understanding the content. So it's very important that students not only participate in the lessons and do their work, making sure that they're doing the best that they can, but also they are logged into their Zoom sessions as well, because all of this will be graded, or we will have some type of accountability tag to that as well. We encourage all of you as parents and as students, if you've never really used some of these platforms, navigate those platforms in advance, or making sure that you reach out to your teachers in case you have some confusion. So we're typically going to use Google Classroom or Canvas. And if you have any questions, please reach out to your teachers, and you can reach out to us here as well at Horton via email, and we'll try to assist you as much as we can. There will be, as already noted, that our teachers will have office hours. Please use them as a resource. I can't stress that enough, that they are here to help you, not only the student, but also the parents as well. And if you need any advice and need the student to have some additional supports, that's what our teachers are here for. They are here to do that and to supply just support and resources as needed. So if you have those questions, please reach out to your teachers. Those small group instructions, if you have a student, if you're struggling with a math concept or something in ELA, those small group times are going to be your friend. You want to be able to go in and ask your teacher questions, and they can help you in whatever way that you need help. So just make sure you utilize those sessions. And if your teacher advises you, hey, you need to make sure you come, please make sure you log back into those Zoom sessions. When it comes to those of us who do not have internet access, and if you don't have internet access, no problem. We have internet access here at Horton Middle. As you enter campus, there are signs that will direct you to the Wi-Fi areas where you can access our school Wi-Fi. So if you feel like you need to do this work online, again, no problem. Make sure you come on the campus. You just can't enter the building, but you can use the Wi-Fi around campus. If you need to schedule conferences with your teachers, and again, these are for folks who do not have internet access, we do have phone conferences available. Again, reach out to your teachers. The school line is still open, so if there's a message that you need to give to a teacher, we'll try our best to get that message to that specific teacher. But Ms. Kincaid will also be available, and her phone number is listed with the extension 29240, and she can assist with that as well. Again, we want to make sure that everyone has a good at-home learning experience during this time. If you are going to participate in a Zoom, so let's say there is a Zoom session going on and you don't have internet access, we do have call numbers that you could use. and that will come directly from your teacher. So again, it's very important that we have your best contact information available. So whether that is a parent's cell phone, a student's cell phone, some type of way to contact you so we can make sure we get that information to you as far as the call-in number, and the student will still be able to participate, just not visually. Unfortunately, they will not be able to see what's going on. But the good thing is we will have paper packets available for those students. So the student would have their paper packet, they could potentially log on using the call-in number, and then they can follow along in the packet. So that's the good thing about this process, is that we want to accommodate everyone, whether they have internet or not. If you have any type of questions about where to pick up the packets, when they're going to be available, we will be sending out that information very soon, and we will try to contact those who do not have internet access directly. So that's why it's very important that you contact us and let us know if you need some accommodations for paper packets. So not only we can get the information to you, but also we will talk about how to drop off those paper packets once the student has completed them.
Thank you, Ms. Dark. And so coming forward or moving forward this week, you will have access to your students' schedules today. You can look below this video and find the link. In order to see your student's schedule or their homeroom teacher, you will need to be signed in through their Chatham County email. We have also turned PowerSchool on for teachers and for students and for parents. So if you know your PowerSchool login, go ahead and log in and you can see your student's schedule there as well. On Thursday of this week, we will have open houses via Zoom, and each grade level will have a set time. So currently 5th grade is from 5 to 5:45, 6th grade is 5:45 to 6:30, 7th grade is 6:30 to 7:15, and 8th grade will finish up from 7:15 until 8 o'clock. We always say, Wildcats, today we learn, together we solve, tomorrow we lead, and that together we solve piece is going to be huge. As Ms. Dark has shared multiple times, please make sure that we have your best contact information so that if your student is not on Zoom or you're unable to get logged in for a day, we can get a hold of you and make sure everybody is on the same page. Thank you.